We don't have to sing anything, do we?
Oh. That guitar is just here for no reason?
We're not.
I'm not prop. I only feel safe.
Right. It's just black people. Hello.
Hello.
Questions? No.
Talk about your movie.
My movie.
Yeah, what's that about?
My movie. Yeah.
Cat's out of the
I think I'm
bag.
65 on the call sheet. That's okay when it's De Niro and Hilary
But you're
Swank
on the
and-
call sheet.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was fun. It was fun. It was, I did, for those of you who don't know, shouldn't be here if you don't know. But I did a little part in Gary Marshall film. And it's just funny how everybody knows the story. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and you got to the set at 12, and you sat in your trailer, and hurry up and wait, and it was cool. I mean, Gary Marshall, I've worked with Gary Marshall before, and he's the nicest guy in the world, and obviously a legend in what he does, and it's sort of like the sequel to Valentine's Day. So the movie's called New Year's Eve, and someone told me, like, they're really thinking it's all very mystical that you're in a New Year's Eve and it's your birthday. Right on, Joe.
That's why they asked you, right?
Exactly. So it was cool. I mean, I wanted to. I heard they were doing the movie, and I've known Gary for a while, and we're actually talking about doing something else. I had an idea for a movie because I live in LA, and you have to be writing a script if you're in LA. You need either writing a song, working on music, or working on the script, or else you shouldn't be there.
Most people are all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. But I knew about the script, and had a good meeting with the producer, and then it was funny because when we did Times Square on New Year's Eve, I don't want to give it away, but it is centered in Times Square. A lot of it is. There's lots of different storylines, but it is in New York. So it was just funny that we were I was sort of walking through the script and ended up, it was wild. We were doing press right in front of the ball because it was, those pictures that we tweeted of the ball. Again, I don't have to tell you. And, isn't that wild? Meet Joey McIntyre and find out nothing new. Find out everything you already knew.
Have for lunch.
What?
Do you?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah. See, it was under the table in your. And then, so anyways, we were doing the press, and then someone was like, "Hey, who knows Gary?" This guy that worked for the city that was putting everything together. 30 seconds later, I'm on the phone with Gary Marshall. He was in town, and that's kind of where I broke the ice and was like, what's up with the movie? So it was sort of, kind of cool that it was New Year's Eve, and asking him about it, and he said, "You mean the guy who's having a baby? You're having another baby?" He goes right to the personal stuff, but he was like, "The bug is in the air, okay." And Gary's famous for putting, his friends and people he worked with in his movies, so it's nice to be a part of that group. And then they offered me this cool role, so it's like the I spent the day with Josh Duhamel yesterday, ladies. So, okay. What's that? Where is he exactly? Yeah. I know. I was gonna tweet, a picture and that whole thing, and then, I don't know. I didn't have an Apple box around, so I was, I kept calling for apple boxes because he's like 6'2". But it was perfect in the scene because he stepped down. I'm getting. I don't know how much I can give away of this movie.
It won't leave it through.
My little scene, but it's part of. It's obviously it's in the beginning of the movie, and he you know, he takes off, and we kind of represent that scene. Kind of, you know, sets up his storyline a little bit, and but it was fun, and I did it with Jackie Seiden, who was like, "Your fans, oh my." She just tweeted, she was like, "Yeah, I'm doing a thing with Joey McIntyre," and then it was like, you know, and then I saw tweets like, "Congratulations on the movie," and I said, "How'd you find out?" And then, so I busted her chops. I was like, "Thank you." I was gonna, you know, go on the Today Show and announce my, you know, big part. She's like, "Shut up." She's like, "I work with a few people. It's like nothing compared to, you know, your fans." So, but it was cool. We already work together, and so there was already some chemistry there. We basically argue all the time, on and off the screen, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's like you're married already." We had that. I was the Fonz and she was Pinky, so yeah. Anyways, this is a little bit more current, these roles, and that's it. And meanwhile, while I was, you know, a struggling actor in New York, Eman was in LA writing with somebody. I got you that look. I was about to say it, and then you're like, "No, don't say it." He was writing with Neo all day.
Oh.
Yeah, see that?
That was good.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
had a better day.
I don't know. Well, see, I was gonna say, I don't know. Neo, Josh Duhamel, you know, it's a toss-up. Yeah, either one. So yeah, it's fun. It's
Did he
good.
produce that single vocal? Was that his? He produced that?
No,
Oh, Paula
No.
did.
no, Adam did actually. He's a good
Good?
vocal guy.
Yeah, it's real good.
Adam is one of the writers that wrote with Nasri on the block. But Adam's funny when he's doing vocals. Just no less, you know.
I can't quite get it out.
He says like. He'll say what not to do, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, as opposed to what to do. It's
Right.
funny, but it's when you lock in, it really works. Because you always say like that was, you know, one of my best vocals when I did
Yeah, I
that.
said I've been working with you for 10 years, and he came in and got a better vocal than I ever had.
Yeah.
Makes me angry.
But then, but the good thing is I had
It's the song though.
It's the song,
And you had Neo's vocal on
and
it.
it's Neil's vocal. So I remember that
I
night.
can't compete with that.
Cause what's that? Yes.
can't compete with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I was just like, when we heard that song, I was like, I kept driving around at night. Like I sort of had the eye of the tiger that night, and I was just like singing it, and I was like, no, I wanna sing this, you know.
You
It
can
was
tell.
good. Yeah, it was cool.
He's from Vegas, by the way, Neo is, and he said
Yeah, we
when
know.
if he comes to visit his mom, which he's planning on in February or March, he's going to come and sing. So if you guys are lucky enough to be here, again,
Don't rub it in.
unfortunately it's not tonight.
Can't go to another one. You can go. Can't go.
What are we gonna sing, man?
What do you mean?
Oh, the difference. Yeah.
Someday.
Eman doesn't know
I
that.
don't know the difference. I know the song, but
I can only butcher that on piano. What's that?
Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Let him go.
how Supergirl go?
He loves a challenge. He's like,
Something like that, right?
You want the key?
Yeah.
Whew.
I don't know if
I'm warmed up yet.
That's really stretching it, Supergirl, but
Just not know what it is, or I mean that's.
sing the verse.
There's so much to do. Is that the key? Yeah. You sure?
Right?
Hold on. SU is way down there. Let's see. Eman's gonna be mad when he hears the production.
Ah, who got the right key?
Lower. So
Ah.
that was lower, or
No, it's the same.
Let's see if we mess up the words.
Oh, geez. Is there any other chords I need to know?
No, you were, you know, Still learning back then.
Are we sure to play this?
Let's see.
I don't have any recollection.
We'll go until
We've never played it
can't
live.
anymore.
Have we ever played it?
We used to play it on the guitar, like once or twice. I remember we did something in Boston.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the chorus?
There's so much to do. Whatever it is, you'll see it through.
Yeah.
Baby, it's your world, Supergirl. Baby, take your time. You'll figure it out with your beautiful mind. I'm living in your world, Supergirl. Come so far in so little time. Or is that the second verse? That was it? So, come so far in so little time. Look at how much you've grown. Watch you struggle, I watch you try. Try to make a life of your own. So let the tears falling down your face. Water your dreams, they won't go to waste. They're all yours, baby.
Right?
There's so much to do. Whatever it is, you see it through. Baby, it's your world, Supergirl. Baby, take your time. You'll figure it out with your beautiful mind. I'm living in your world, Supergirl. You made me believe in me. Show me something that I never had.
Just make it up.
I never had.
It puts us to shame. We don't know.
Nobody else knows it. Made me believe in me. Show me something that I never had. Never saw.
And never ending
Never.
waterfall. Never ending waterfall. There you go.
So, made me believe in me. Show me something that I never saw. Ah, you're forever teaching me. You're a never-ending waterfall of a love and your sacrifice, so the ones you love have a better life. And I thank you, baby. There's so much to do. Whatever it is.